It's that one.
This is mic
I had
slash
this one
aux.
on.
This is desktop audio.
Oh, well,
This is
mute
mic.
that one. All right, so sorry about that. Welcome to Supershea Gaming. I am the Supershea alongside my tag. Oh wait, he's not here. He's indisposed. At any rate, we are jumping into Subnautica 2. This is the early access version of this game, which is really really cool that they do this, and they take feedback from the users and from players and this, that, and the other. I have played through this one time. As you saw, a little bit of footage in there. Uh, I'm loving this game, if I'm being honest. I think it is incredibly fun. I think the world itself is incredibly gorgeous. I think that this easily rivals the first one so far as early access goes. And I'm excited to see where this game goes from here. I am currently in the pod. We just released it from underwater after the ship crashed, similar to the first game, which was supposed to be launched to a planet to escape another virus, which again parallel to the first game. And we are gonna jump into the water here and take our first glimpses of what we find in here. Water slugs, those are good for getting water, obviously. I do need to find some materials because I'm going to need to start building stuff fairly quickly. The nice thing about this game so far, when it comes to materials, they are simply just laying here. There's nothing to break. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff like you did in the first game, at least for the moment. I don't know if that's going to stick or if that's going to change over the course of time as this game continues to roll out in early access and get upgrades and hot fixes and all that. So I am going to grab a few more things here just to continue making sure I can, well, number one, live, and number two, craft some things that'll be necessary as we go through. So as with the first game, you got the O2 that you got to pay attention to, your water, food, and health. All things that make this game difficult yet incredibly fun, because there is that sense of horror almost. There's the sense of urgency. I need to do this and I need to do this quickly. All kinds of scenarios that could occur during the game if you don't. So, forgive me, I'm checking some stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me go ahead and create some food here. Now, as I said, I have played this already and have beaten it, but I've noticed glitches within the game, some things that are not working properly, this, that, and the other. Uh, but all in all, it's a really, really fun and interesting game. Grab that, bring that up to the surface. So I think, in all honesty, the first thing I am going to attempt to create is going to be the oxygen tank. That seems to be the most useful right out of the gate. Actually, let me grab air before I go down there. As you see those bubbles, those are also going to help you maintain oxygen as you dive. But I like to start with a full head of steam, so to speak. Okay, now that we're down here, can't do anything with that. Take that. Take that. No, I'm going to put that down. Take that. Titanium. Always helpful. Come back over here for some oxygen. Saw copper. Yep, right there. Another water slug. I'll take him. Now, as I said, you don't have to break things to get materials right out of the gate. There are some things that do need to be broken, but for the most part, everything you find is just kind of laying out there. Oh, I must have, my inventory must be full. So let's put some stuff in here. Yeah, and then we'll grab this up. Go get some more oxygen before I die. Come back to get my storage and head up. Those storage containers are extremely useful right out of the gate because you don't start with a whole lot of. I didn't realize I had a metal salvage. Okay, anyways, you don't start out with a whole lot of available storage. And this is the new survival multi-tool. So that's kind of helpful. Throw down some more waters. Which is really cool that you can queue up things now. You do have to stay for them, but it's really nice that you're able to do that. This is what I need. I need silver. Oh, yeah, that's going to take a minute. Basic fins, rubber and fiber. Scanner, titanium, quartz, and basic battery. So I think the scanner is going to actually end up being the first thing I get. So let's dive back down here. Go back down in that hole because there was some acidic whatever they call it. This bad boy right here. Now you need to be careful with these because you can also take this bud up top. But if you take it initially before you break the sides, it will in fact poison you and start taking life. So make sure you always hit the brain looking sides of it first. Okay, now that we got that, We're going to go ahead and make our battery. And then we are going to need quartz. Which a fun part about this Subnautica 2, I have found that in these open coral reef things, you can find quartz. Oh, and my inventory is full. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? So anyways, yeah, I'm going to go over here. Actually, let's go up into the life pod because there is a storage unit here. And I'm going to drop some of this stuff into here. Also, nice thing about this this particular iteration of the game is that when you have things in your storage, it will automatically pull from there when you go to craft things, which is a nice feature. You don't have to go to your locker each time and pull out exactly what's needed for whatever it is you're trying to build. So let's go ahead and make our scanner. All right. So as of right now in this game, I do not have what I need to eat food and make it good. But what I can do is drink some water. And let's go scan some stuff ever so quickly, so we can get more tools to utilize. Got a flashlight right here. Now, early game, there's a lot to do here. It takes a while before you are prepared to do the heavier duty stuff. You will be able to upgrade almost everything, all your tools and such. Like the scanner itself has an upgrade available to it. Okay, got some oxygen. I'm going to go back up here. And then once you have all of that taken care of, there's some really, really cool things you can do with your scanner. And if you notice, the scanner itself is showing me where things are. So I'm going to scan as much as I can just to get information on the planet in our database. And then we will need to watch out for several predators, like that one there. He does not like you. He will hit you, and pretty hard. There's some others over here called nibblers and the hammerheads. They've been a nuisance. But I want to get over here to that right there. That's what's going to allow me to eat food here on this planet. And this is what they call an angel cone, which is going to play a huge part in this game. This is where you get your DNA upgrades. The angel cones will hold all of the things that you're going to upgrade about your human. So while we're out here, don't want to press my luck too much. Get back into the safer areas, so to speak, for the time being, till I can build a few things out and be prepared. There are things in this game that we are going to have to scan later once we've upgraded our scanner. Okay, it already knows what that is. I have scanned that. Get back to our life pod. Okay, so we can create glass. We're not going to need that just yet. Fins to get rubber. I know. Do I really care about the fins? Not so much. They will make me swim a little bit faster though, so I guess it is a good thing to have. So in that case, let's go out here. Find some plants. I know there's some over here closer to the angel comb. I didn't really want to come to this area yet, but if I want to get the fiber stuff that I'm going to need, I'm going to have to do it anyways. So we'll scan over here. And then there we go. I think I'm going to need the thing that was in the center of that as well. So what we'll do is we'll put this into the storage. And then grab some air. Head back over. Whoa, watch out for him. Pick that up. Pick that up. Okay. And then I am going to scan this. That'll be helpful later on. Oh. Ah, I see. Okay. We'll just head back to the life pod. I think I have enough. And I can also make food with that, which is a nice feature. Yeah, there's the rubber. And as I said, I can make fibers with the fibrous stuff. In order to make these, I need 2 of those and fiber. So we'll go ahead and make the fiber. And now we are going to need 2 of the rubber. Which means I need to head back over here and grab some more of those pieces, those little balls that are inside the fibrous objects. right here. 1, 2. I'm going to leave those up. Let's grab these fish. Take care of the hunger aspect. Apparently, I will need to scan this. That'll give me the blueprint for portable lockers. Make another rubber sheet. And voila, we have fins. So this is something I skipped over early on. I just didn't really care enough to get it. But in retrospect, I probably should have. I would have been able to swim quicker earlier and maybe gotten a little more done. Okay, let's hit this up. New info. So essentially, he's asking me to go ahead and die so that he can reprint me. I'm going to say no, I'm not going to die on purpose. And now we start getting info from people that may have, well, that did end up on this planet. Okay. So I'm going to drop some stuff off. I don't think I'm going to need that. If I'm being completely honest, I don't typically use the flares anyways. Okay. Yeah, see, we're moving a little quicker now. And there is this signal from Anita that we just got info on. Grab a little bit of that. Don't want all of it. Not just yet. Okay, so we'll go toward this shipwreck. And there's the hammerheads. And as it were, this is what I need to find for Anita. Grab some oxygen. And back down here, I want to scan everything here. It is a good practice to get everything in the area that you're at just so you don't have to deal with it afterwards. Gotta watch out for these dudes, they will electrocute you. Come up in here and you will find some stuff. All right, we'll go with that. And back up. This is why I want to get the oxygen tank so bad. I hate the up and down and up and down. Just trying to get air. Now this coral right here will become extremely useful once you are able to obtain salt. It's going to create a food that is easy to make, the coral mesh, and it's one of the better foods in the game to spam, so to speak. So I can make a flashlight. I'm not going to. I don't typically even use it, if I'm being honest. So it's kind of a waste for me to go ahead and make that. Let's put that all in there. Actually, I'm going to drop some of this water as well. All right. Now, I just want to get some materials. Actually, let's go over here to the welcome center. That is important. The biolab will become even more important later. Again, I like to scan everything possible at every spot that I stop at, just so I don't have to come back. In most cases, I end up coming back anyways, but regardless of that fact, when I do, I know, hey, I've already gotten this. I don't need to scan this, that, or the other, and then I move on. Would need a battery to put in there to turn this on. Just one more quick pass, make sure I got all that I need. I think for the moment I do. I I will have to come back and put a battery in that so that it becomes functional. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's, well, let me scan what's around here first. There we go, habitat builder. Now I can start building bases and such. Which the base building feature has been hugely upgraded for this. Absolutely love it. And we have another message. So, let's see, that's all in there. Okay, let's do our foodie thing. Water. And we check our tools to see that the habitat builder is now available. It's going to take glass, titanium, basic battery, and copper wire. See what Chap has to say. So that is where Chip will be. We'll go out there later. As for this moment, I think what I want to do is we'll try to build that habitat builder, which I am going to need battery. I believe I said copper wire also. Yep, and glass. And one habitat builder. Beautiful. Now, blueprints become important for your building. So we're going to go ahead. I've also noticed with this particular game that the cost of building has gone down significantly. I remember with the rooms, it used to be like 10 titanium. This time you can build them with like 5, which is a nice feature. Take that. Now over here is where I built the base the first time I played, on my first, run through. Built it right around the corner over here. Which, all in all, not a terrible spot, but these guys got really annoying, the hammerheads. There have been some patches to them recently that makes them less aggressive, so to speak, towards you, but still, they're kind of annoying. Oh, I don't even have a room. Haven't found the room yet. Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, how about... I'm thinking we go back here to Welcome Center. There's some things over here that I think we can scan also. Yeah, beacon. I need to get some oxygen. Metal Salvage, which also had a bit of an upgrade for this game. You now only have to use one slot when you pick it up, and it will still give 4 titanium. Ultra nice feature. Because in the first iteration of this game, it took up 4 slots when you picked it up. Okay, I think I've gotten what I need there. Can't remember, is it the Welcome Center that I need to get the room stuff from? Apparently not. Okay. So while I'm here, I'm going to take a quick pause. Be right back. Okay. Maybe I need to go find Chip. Cannot remember for the life of me where I got the room the first time. May have been over here. Oh, I think I know what this is. Yes, something large is moving nearby, and I will be hunted here shortly if I don't do something quick. So we're going to go down here, grab some oxygen over here. Where'd he go? Right there. Early on, got to keep up with the oxygen pretty heavily because I don't have silver, which makes it difficult. But this is a really fun feature as well. If you come into these little rooms, you get oxygen, and you also can find all kinds of stuff to scan. There's a floor locker, bioreactor, bed. Repair tool. And then there's the big thing, the biobed. These are important. Make sure that you hit every one of these and interact with them. They will expand your inventory slots. In some cases, they will also expand your toolbar. And I think that is all I'm going to get here. Look around real quick. Yeah, I think, oh, there's some salt. I believe that is silver, which is what I need. Okay, so we've obtained the necessary silver. Now we can actually create our air tank. Now we're talking. So, I got the silver, got the titanium, now I need the rubber. Oops. That is the nutrient block. That is something that we'll be able to craft later. But let's go get what we need for a oxygen tank. I believe that is the next important step. Excellent. Alright, so that gets it up to 75 seconds underwater. Beautiful. And I have an extra battery now. So let's go ahead and hit up the welcome center. There it is. And we'll turn that bad boy on. Okay, let's go with basic base building. Hello, Gannerness. Welcome. Glad you're here. Appreciate you stopping in. Just doing some Subnautica 2 here. I've played through this one time already. It was a lot of fun. And I'm just kind of going through now to go back to the beginning and really start uh, hedging my way through. What do you think? Did you think that it do you think that it matches the hype of the first Subnautica? I think the world itself is absolutely beautiful. I think this is a good start for an early access launch. I agree. I agree. I think they could do more, and I think they will do more. But being that it's the early access, I didn't expect a whole heck of a lot. Matter of fact, I didn't expect a lot of what we've already gotten. I mean, there's already 5 Leviathans in the game. You know, there's already a full story that you can play through, at least to this point. I think they've done a really good job with this so far. What happens from here, I think, is integrating more features that add into what's going on. There is a bit lacking. Yeah, below zero. For all the guff that it got from the communities, I rather enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun playing below zero. I didn't think it was nearly as bad as so many people said it was. I think it got a bad rap. Yeah, I mean it's not even close to the original, but from what I'm to understand, Below Zero was supposed to be part of uh, the original Subnautica. There was an Arctic area that was planned out, but it never came to fruition, and then they decided to build an entire game around just that, which it was cool. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but I know a lot of people that said that they hated it because it wasn't essentially what Subnautica 1 was. For the game that Below Zero was, I think it was well done. I had a blast playing it. I enjoyed a lot of the aspects of it, and I don't think it got a fair shake. Why am I missing the regular room? Right. So as it launched as its own game, I don't think that they had enough time to put everything into it that could have gone in. And I'm kind of glad that they went with the angle that it's not a sequel per se to Subnautica, but a standalone, because I don't think it held up to the first Subnautica, and I mainly blame that on the fact that they didn't have enough time to develop it that way. But it was incredibly fun. I think that'd be incredibly fun. I would enjoy seeing them do that, having a below zero to this. I think that's a really, really fun idea, a sequel to that game. Like, I think there's a lot that could have been done with below zero. And I think if they had ample time to create it, they could make something outstanding. That's kind of what I hope for with the future of the below zero series. I'm hoping it becomes a series. Yeah, exactly. Same planet, same idea. The Arctic, and have the land and the water, not just the water world. I think there were a lot of concepts in that game that could be utilized and even do better on it than it was in the first place. I think they had an extremely good idea. I just I think that in actually pulling it off, people were expecting way too much from what was supposed to be an add-on. And I think I have a very unpopular opinion, but I feel like when it comes down to it, I'm from a generation that we had no video games, and then we had video games, and then the video games we did have you got a little pamphlet that told you what the directions did and what each button did, and that was it. It was like, here's what you can do with the buttons. Go. And now everybody wants to have input on the games that are being made, and it's like, man, there was no input back in the day. I think I find it to be a lot of complaints for frivolous nature. I don't think that the devs have to listen to you. It's their game. They created it. They've done everything for it. I think just play the game and enjoy it. I think it's really cool that they've taken feedback from people and that they actually do listen to the fan base to a certain extent. But in the end, it is their game. And I think whatever they determine is right for the game is what's right for the game. Oh, nice. I can't draw a lick. Like, my artistic skills are performance purely. This is just a hobby channel that I started with my sons. I typically am a martial artist, and I do weapon stuff and all that. I will check out your channel shortly once I finish streaming here. I will definitely check it out. Oh, gotta get out of here. Need some oxygen. Wait, can I get out here? Please, let me out, let me out, let me out. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Out, out, please. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Just made it. Cool. Okay. Back to what I was doing. But yeah, this channel started as a project with my boys, and we've had a lot of fun doing it. They both have their own gaming channels and such, and I was like, you know what? Let's do something together. Let's have some fun. Uh-oh. Time to go. Oof. He's a beauty. I think they've done a fantastic job with the new beasts that they've put in this game. Uh-oh. I hear you. He's coming after me. Yes, dude, you're terrifying. Get out of my way. I need daylight to break so I can see what the heck I'm doing. There we go. Turning daytime. Can't scan anything else there. Biobed. Okay, I think I've done enough damage, or taken enough damage, as it were. So you know that they did a drawing contest with Unknown Worlds. That would have been a really good thing for you to put that into. I'm not sure if you did or not, but they they had that. I think it ended just today, if I'm not mistaken. And that collector Leviathan, he's a beast. Camp 1 there. I don't understand why I do not have a basic room. Have a corridor, have a hatch, but no room. I swear when I got the the habitat builder the first time, it automatically gave me a basic room. I'm wondering if that's one of the things that has been glitched, or if I just missed something. able to get a basic room. I feel like I'm... Did I miss something? Nothing it'll let me scan. Huh. I know for a fact at this point I was building bases in my first playthrough. But I do not even have the blueprint for it. This is interesting. Hmm. Alright, so in that case, I guess I'm just gonna head out and see what I can find. I know that there's the other camp area, or the base there area over there. I guess that'll do good because then I can get the wake maker. Resonator. Extra battery. Get into this stream. That'll take me where I need to go. Boot Noah. Scan everything I can. down and see if I got everything I could. Okay, I think I've gotten enough. Well, almost enough. I'm gonna come over here. Should be. Yep, right there. Piece of the tadpole. Okay. Found some helpful stuff, but not everything I was hoping for. Yep, I came here before. Head back to Life Pod. Get some food. Water. Okay, now. Okay, now I have a room. Okay. Now we're talking. Now I can build a base. So I think that will be how I finish out this stream, by making the first base. Actually, let me find a really, really good spot, because I want to go where the jet streams are, because those are eventually going to play a huge part . So I'm thinking like right around here. Quartz and titanium. Okay. So I guess I got to go back to the pod. Do you mind getting away from my life pod? Thank you. Okay, now I need quartz. Nothing. There we go. Need more quartz. Okay.